Hey guys, in this section, I want to talk about multi-dimensional arrays. So multi-dimensional arrays are just arrays within arrays. And how does that work? I'm just going to show you an example here. In here, we can have an array, and we can have arrays within arrays like that. And in here, we can have values, just like that. So we can have an array that contains two arrays. So this is the first element of this array at index 0. And then this one will be at index 1, which will be the second element in this array. And then within that, we have these elements here. Hope that's not too confusing. I'm just going to compute that quickly. So how would we do such a thing? We would, instead of using a single square bracket, we can use two square brackets. And then I'm going to call this matrix, set it equal to new, just like that. And then our limit can be 2 for the values inside this outer array, and then this inner array we can set the limit to 3, just like that. And then what we're going to do is take matrix at index 0, so which will be this guy here, and we're going to set, we also need to set the first value, so we can set it to 2, just like that. And I'm going to copy this, I'm going to paste it here, paste this a bunch of times, and then at the first index of the outer array, but at the second index of of that particular array, we're going to set this guy to 3, and I'm going to make this 1. I'm going to make this 2 to set this number down here, which will be 4. And I'm going to do the same thing for this one at the second position, which will be the subscript 1 or the index 1. And it's at, we want to set this guy, which is 0, we want to set him to 5. Change this guy to 1 and change this guy to 1. And then, okay, we're going to leave this as 2. And then we do the same thing. This guy is 4. So that's how we would create this array. And to print this out, I'm just going to use arrays.toString. Matrix. Then I'm going to run this. And then this is what we get. Why are we getting that? Because we're getting this because we are trying to print out a matrix using this string. So I've never really done that before. I don't know how that works, but I'm just not going to use it. I'm just going to loop through it. It's going to loop through it. Instead of just printing it out like that, we're going to loop through it. So we're going to create an array while I is less than matrix dot length. We're going to increment I, and then inside here, what we want to do is loop through the now remember we're looping through the outer array first, the outer array. So there are 2 elements in there, so it's going to loop 0, and like it's going to loop 1 and 2 times, like this 2 times actually. And then in here, what we want to do is want to create this guy and set it to while less than matrix at index I. So matrix at the first index at this guy or this guy. So we're looping through that dot length. So we're looping through each of these arrays inside this outer array. And what I want to do is increment this guy. and then I'm going to say matrix at index I, and then I'm going to say J, since we have a multi-dimensional array and we want to print out all of these elements inside here so that we can see them down here. I'm going to run this and we get 2, 3, 4, which is this 2, 3, 4, and we get 5, 2, 4, which is the second array. So I hope that wasn't too difficult to understand. And another thing you can do, instead of using this long way, you just do it the short way. Remember that way, array initializer. And then I'm just going to copy this and paste it here. So we can have loops, an array like this outer array that holds two arrays within it. So yeah, it does the exact same thing. When you run it, you get the exact same outcome. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. Please be kind enough to leave a like and subscribe and share to your friends. Tell everyone about it. If you're in college, share to your friends who are doing computer science or IT, and stay tuned for the next video.